Alex Hormozi said that if he were to start over, he'd start a service-based business. He also said he sees an enormous opportunity in bringing AI to small businesses.
You're talking about right now, because I do think that AI implementation for Main Street is an enormous opportunity.
And today, I'm going to be revealing his full AI strategy and how you can use it to make money, even if you're a beginner. This is the strategy that guys like Leah Motley and Liam Evans have used to scale to 6 figures per month. I've spent the last 6 months breaking it down so you don't have to. And I'll boil it down to 4 key steps that make this strategy so effective. So the first step is one that I don't think people really consider enough in the beginning, and it usually ends up getting them into trouble down the road. Niching down. So niching down is important because that's really where the value is. If you can narrow your focus and solve a single problem over and over, you eventually get really good at solving that problem, which then makes you more valuable because you understand the problem and have demonstrated that you can solve it well. If you're doing custom solutions for everyone, then that means that you're everything to everyone, which is nothing to no one. It's easier to do custom solutions in the beginning because you have so few leads coming in and you're trying to make money. So you accept all potential customers. But as time goes on, you'll have problems scaling because you'll likely be making different solutions customer to customer, which means you don't have a reusable solution that can be plug and play for your customers. And when you're trying to scale, plug and play beats custom solutions every single time. So if you look at Alex Hormozi, his first successful company, Gym Launch, was in the gym owners niche. At first, he would fly out and help gym owners turn around their gyms. And then he pivoted to the licensing model, which is when Gym Launch really took off. But during that entire time, his niche didn't change. And he was able to scale to 7 and 8 figures. Because he was niche down, he really understood the market and got good at solving the problem because he was basically solving the same problem over and over.
And so I get it. Sometimes you have to be a little bit inefficient in the beginning so that you can get cash flow going. But the idea would be to redeploy that cash into getting really concentrated on your marketing.
Start with an industry that you know deeply about, or at least a little. If you don't have one, then ask your family or friends about an industry that they work in. Figure out what problems they're facing and brainstorm with them how you can effectively solve that problem. Okay, so now you've narrowed down your niche, but what's next? Well, the next step is probably the most important step that will affect how successful that your business can be. Deciding what to sell. This is a big one because if people don't want or need what you're offering, it doesn't matter how good your sales pitch is, they won't buy it. Alex Hormozi literally wrote the book on this, $100 million offers. And it all comes down to understanding what people actually value and making that your focus. The formula that he gives is simple but powerful. Number of potential customers with a problem times gross profit per customer, and then you'll get your revenue potential. You need to pick a problem that a large enough group of people are struggling with and that they're willing to pay good money to solve. And the bigger the problem, the more money people are willing to pay for the solution. To decide what to sell, start by asking these questions. What are the biggest pain points your niche is facing? For example, are they spending too much time on repetitive tasks? Are they losing leads because they can't follow up fast enough? Whatever it is, find that pressing problem. How can AI solve these pain points in a way that's easy and valuable? The easier it is to implement, the more attractive it will be for your clients. Don't overwhelm them with tech jargon. Just show them how your solution can save them time, increase revenue, or cut costs. That's it. Hormozi's approach is all about value creation. The more value you create, the easier it is to sell. And remember, people are buying the result, not the tool. They don't care about how AI works. They care about how it'll change their lives or change their business. Which leads me into this next step, which is something that I've struggled with in the past and I'm still working on right now. I would overcomplicate it and it would cost me leads. But if you can do this one thing, people will beg you to take their money. Sell the vacation, not the flight. This might seem super obvious, but it's easy to mess this up. I know I have. Saying AI and explaining how it'll make things more efficient in their business and save them time, blah, 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 doesn't actually matter to your customers. All they want is for their problems to be solved. I would make this mistake a lot in the beginning when talking to other business owners because AI is this new technology and I wanted to show them how cool it is and how it can do all these things and they'll get so much time back. But I wasn't getting any sales. And I've come to find out that it's because I was just losing them talking about all the technical stuff when all they really wanted to know was how their life would change. And this might seem super obvious, but it's an easy thing to mess up.
Down to how you teach in your book.
It's selling the plane flight versus the vacation. That's all it is.
So how can you actually sell the vacation and not the flight? Start by talking about the problem that they're facing and how much better their life would be if that problem were solved. Better yet, ask them directly how their life would change if the problem was taken care of. Then all you need to do is show them that you can solve it. For example, in an AI agency, instead of just selling AI tools, focus on what your customers are really buying. They don't want AI for the sake of AI. They want more time, more revenue, or fewer headaches. So sell those outcomes. And this final step is where a lot of businesses fall short. But this could be the difference between growing your business basically on autopilot and struggling to close new customers or keeping the ones you already have. Deliver. I personally believe that this is the most important step because this is where the real money's made. If your customers love your product, then they won't stop using it. And if they don't stop using it, you continue to make money. They'll also bring you referrals because people know other people like them. And if you're satisfying them, they'll tell others about it too. And on the flip side of that, if your product sucks, then they won't want to keep using it and they might tell people your product sucks. And then you've just lost more people that could have been potential customers and you didn't even know it. Okay, that sounds good, but how do I actually make a good product that people tell their friends about? It's actually really simple. Just talk to your customers. They're the ones that have to use it. Ask them what they like, what they don't like, what should be changed, what should be added, and what should be removed. Maybe it takes too many clicks to get something done, or it's not working as expected. Whatever it is, your customers notice it, whether they tell you about it or not. And that's another reason why niching down is so important. The smaller the niche, the easier it is to solve the problem. And if it's easier to solve the problem, then it's easier to deliver a good product. But there's something I didn't tell you at the beginning of this video. Everything I just told you today is completely useless if you don't actually know how to build the right tools. Click on this video if you want to learn how to build these AI tools that you can sell for thousands of dollars. See you guys in the next one.